and underway in what is now an official one-on-one matchup. Dylan Smasher and Izaiah Zane tying it up. Dylan Smasher the first with the offensive advantage, pushing Zane back into the corner, and now taking a moment to showboat here to the 936 Nation here in Camilla.
Like it was nothing.
Oh, here we go, both men looking to tie it up again. Izaiah Zane now with Smasher in the headlock. Now with the wrist lock applied. And Izaiah Zane now with the offensive advantage. Going behind and now rolling Smasher up. And a 2 count only. Izaiah Zane telling Smasher, you don't want to underestimate us here. Smasher now going to take a moment to re-strategize here. As both men look to tie up a third time. And look out, Smasher with a big boot to the breadbasket, followed by the hard right hand. Now Smasher sending Izaiah Zane off the ropes. Izaiah Zane with the cartwheel counter and the big drop kick, followed by the arm drag. As Izaiah Zane takes control. Dylan Smasher desperately fighting his way back up to a vertical base. But Izaiah Zane now with the wraparound, rolling Smasher up, 2, and another near fall as the members of the Mayhem Mafia get involved here on the outside. Chris Preston pulling the legs of Izaiah Zane. Tactics of the Mayhem Mafia, but here comes with the drop toe hold into the front face lock. And now Dylan Smasher once again forced to have to re-strategize here. Zane trying to send Smasher into the ropes. Oh, and Izaiah Zane catching Smasher with the high knee right to the jaw. Smasher in the corner. Izaiah Zane with the big splash. Zane goes for the cover. 2. And a very close near fall there as Smasher hightails it out of the ring right into the arms of his Mayhem Mafia brothers. But wait just 1 second. All 3 members of the Mafia running right into the Russell twins, who are obviously not happy at the fact that Chris Preston and Matt Rock got physically involved in this match earlier. Chris Preston pulling the legs of Izaiah Zane. And wait a minute, here comes Izaiah Zane, putting chase to Dylan Smasher. Smasher with the wild swing. Zane off the ropes. Oh, and the face plant. Right smack dab in the middle of the ring. And wait a minute, Smasher isn't done. Picks up Zane. And the backdrop. And Izaiah Zane is filling it here. Going for the cover. And a near fall only. The Russell twins looking on and concerned here for Izaiah Zane, who is obviously in trouble. Dylan Smasher now with that ground and pound assault to Izaiah Zane in the corner. And wait a minute, what's Smasher going for here? Catapulting Zane from one side of the ring to the other. What a display of power from one Dylan Smasher. The look on the face of the Russell twins says it all. The Russell twins trying desperately to rally this crowd behind their partner, Izaiah Zane. Zane with the sunset flip, trying to get the big man down, but Dylan Smasher locking on to Zane and the huge lariat, turning Zane inside out. Does Dylan Smasher. And now Dylan Smasher has got Izaiah Zane right where he wants him, right in the middle of the ring. Rear chin lock applied. as the Makens try and rally the 936 Nation behind Izaiah Zane here. And this crowd coming alive here tonight in Camilla. We see the members of the Mayhem Mafia, Matt Locke and Chris Preston, looking on in concern here. Izaiah Zane with a huge opportunity here, fighting his way back up to a vertical base. Oh, and right back down to the mat with force goes Izaiah Zane. Smasher off the ropes. The big senton splash. The cover. The two. And another near fall. Once again, with that rear chin lock applied, all of his weight resting on the upper body. Oh, and Smasher with a big boot right to the spine of Zane. And wait a minute, here goes Matt Locke and the Mayhem Mafia once again illegally getting involved in this one-on-one match. And these two ought to be ashamed of themselves here. This crowd coming unglued here. A Smasher pulling Zane back into the middle of the ring. Another cover and another near fall. Near fall after near fall. Something's got to give here. One of these two superstars is going to be the victor in this contest. Izaiah Zane with the hard right hand shot. Smasher with the shot of his own. And a slugfest has begun here between Izaiah Zane and Dylan Smasher. Oh, and Izaiah Zane with the clothesline, followed by the back elbow. Smasher crawling to the corner. Izaiah Zane sending Smasher out of the corner. Smasher with the counter. Izaiah Zane with the roll-up and planting Smasher right in the middle of the ring. Going for the cover. And another near fall. You can see the desperation in the eyes of Izaiah Zane. The Russell twins encouraging Zane, who is oh so close to putting away Dylan Smasher here. And now, here goes Izaiah Zane, bringing Smasher back to his feet. Izaiah Zane off the ropes, getting caught by Smasher in the overhead, belly to back, German suplex, dropping Izaiah Zane right on the back of his head. And now here goes Smasher in the corner, and the flying senton. The devastating flying senton. Smasher pulling Zane back into the middle of the ring, going for the cover, and another near fall. Izaiah Zane still in the fight tonight. And here goes Smasher right back up to his feet, dragging Zane into the corner. And now those patent shoulder thrusts, as you can feel the energy of Izaiah Zane slowly fading. And Izaiah Zane in a bad way here. Could he be looking for another senton? And wait a minute, Smasher with the big miss. And Izaiah Zane with the big opportunity. What's he gonna do here? Ascending to the top rope from the heavens. The frog splash connects. The cover. The two. And the three. Izaiah Zane victorious here tonight. These fans in Camilla going wild here tonight. Matt Locke can't believe it. Chris Preston can't believe it. But Izaiah Zane with the upset victory over Dylan Smasher. The Russell twins now with the momentum as we head into the crucial first round qualifying match in the tag team title tournament. Izaiah Zane has done it. upset over Dylan Smasher and the Mayhem Mafia.